Welcome to the Gradio tutorial for beginners. In the previous video, we had discussed about what is Gradio, what are its benefits, and what are the applications of Gradio. In this video, let's discuss how to install Gradio and how do we create a simple Gradio app. To do that, let's open a Google Colab through the browser. So this is a Google Colab interface. To access a Google Colab, only thing that you need is your Gmail account. So log in your Google Colab with your Gmail account and then you can see something called as a new notebook. So just click on that new notebook and this is where it's going to give you an interface to type your Gradio code. So here you can see this is something called as a cell where I would first try to show you how I can install a Gradio. Since Gradio is an open source Python library that lets you quickly create a customizable UI components for machine learning models or any Python function. So you can run the interface locally or host it online. So to install your Gradio, so I'm going to type pip install Gradio and then you can see there is something called as a play button. So if you click on this play button, your Gradio gets installed. Otherwise, you can also enter shift plus enter. So if the package is already available, then it shows that the requirement is satisfied. Otherwise, the package gets automatically installed into your system. It takes a couple of time based on your internet speed. Now you can see that the requirement is already satisfied because I have already installed my Gradio earlier. So let's try to build a simple Gradio app. So first of all, what I do is I would like to import a package called as a Gradio. So I'll use import Gradio and I'll give another name for it or an alias name for it with the help of a keyword called as. So I'll take a name as gr. So now import Gradio is my package and I have given alias name to it as gr. That means wherever I have Gradio, Gradio is now referred as gr. And then the next thing that what I do is I would like to simply display by creating an interface where I can give my name as an input and get an output with the help of a user interface by creating a user interface. So for that, I'll be creating def greet. Greet is the name of the function which I'm going to have. And then I'll pass a parameter called as a name. So this is the name of greet is the name of the function and name is the parameter. And then I have to close my function and press enter. And then I'm going to have a return statement that helps me to return a simple message, hello, and then space and concatenate with my name that what I wanted to display. So I'll just give it as name and plus, that's just to concatenate the information. And then so now once this has been done, so let me create a user interface because Gradio is exclusively meant to create a user interface. So to create that, I'll be creating a variable called as a demo. So demo helps me to create a graphical user interface. So gr is a Gradio alias name and then interface is the package which it's a method which I'll be using interface and then I have fn is equals to greet. I'll explain you the code line by line again. Let me first type the program input. This is going to accept the input from the text box. And then I have output. This is going to help me to display my text on the interface and close it. And then I'm going to have the launch my application. So this is a simple application what I have created. Let me explain before I run this program, a small Python program. This is going to help you to create a small graphical user interface which is going to accept your name and display your name along with the hello message. So before I run this, so let me explain you the code line by line. Whatever that you see, the first line import Gradio as here. So this line imports the Gradio library and gives it a alias name that is gr. So we know that the Gradio is a Python library that helps you quickly create the web-based interface for Python functions. And then the next line is the name of the function. So def is the name of greet is the name of the function. And then you see we have taken only one parameter and the parameter name is name. And then where we are going to return a message or a string called as a hello along with a name that whatever that I have given as an input. And this is going to help me as a function that will wrap the Gradio to make it interactive. So the next line, whatever that I see is to create a Gradio interface called as a demo. So I have a method called as an interface, and then you can see something called as fn is equals to greet. So this tells the Gradio which function has to be wrapped. So for me, the function is the greet. So this is going to wrap the function called as a greet. And then you can see the second parameter, which is inputs is equals to text. So that's where the input to the function will come from the text box. And the third parameter specifies the output will also be shown on the text on the web page. And finally, we have something called as demo.launch. So demo.launch, this line helps to start a local web server, which is through a gradio.live URL in Collabs, right? So what we have done is we have created a text box where the user types their name and we'll just click a submit button and a place to display the output greeting will be appeared onto it. So let me just run this. To run this, either you can click on this play button or you can also press shift and then click on enter. So you can press on enter key. So that's going to uh, get you the output. So you can see there are two different ways where the output can be displayed. So Google Colabs will straight away display the Gradio interface here itself. Otherwise, you can see there is another URL being created. So when you click on this URL, it takes to a new page. So let me also go to that. But before that, now you can see the final output of our code. It has created a beautiful graphical user interface, which is going to accept a name, and as I click on the submit, I'll be able to see the output along with the hello message. So let me try with that. So I'll just type it as tech gnan and then I'll click on submit. Once I click on submit, now I'll be able to see my output along with hello. Hello is my string and which is being concatenated by my input, which is Technana. So this is where you can see a beautiful graphical user interface is being created by Gradio. And let me also show you that if I click on this, so it takes to a page, a gradio.live page, where it takes a couple of minutes. So the same thing, the same interface, whatever that you had seen on the Google Colabs is also available as a live, as a part of a cloud gradio.live here. So the same thing. So I'll just type it as tech gnan and then you can click on submit. So there it is where you can see hello Tegnana. So you can either view your output on the Google Colabs or you can also click here. So that's all for the today's video. So in the next video, let's see the various input output components that are available in the Gradio. So that helps us to make our graphical user interface better. Thank you.